So we have a very robust recruitment system that in the forefront of it looks at college athletes. So if you really break down college athletes in the U.S., there's a very small percentage of high-level college athletes that will go on to play a professional sport. So that will go on to make it to the NFL, that will go on to, play in the WNBA, or in a lot of sports, there is no pro version, right? You either end it at college, you try to make it to the Olympics if that's an option, but once that's all over, you're either off to a regular career or you are into coaching or something like that, right?
Yeah.
The wonderful thing about what we do is the athleticism or the sport you come from almost doesn't matter. We do want to recruit the best athletes, but out of that pool of the best athletes, we're looking for the biggest personalities. You cannot teach charisma, right? So that X factor of the person that comes in and you can't take your eye off them, he or she, the person that really just captivates you, that's almost more important than the physical athletic ability of what we do. As long as they don't have two left feet and they can do things reasonably well and safely, then the charisma is the other factor. It's by far the biggest factor we look for. The one surprising thing that I would think that people would see is when we do our tryouts, we physically exhaust people day one and just physically destroy them, and we're looking for how they react. Day two, we bring them in and we physically destroy them again for the first half of the day. And what we're not trying to just show you how hard this is. What we're trying to do is break people down to show us who they really are, right? They will begin the process knowing, well, I've got to be upbeat, I've got to be a team player, I've got to be all these things. And that's easy to do when you can breathe. As soon as you can't breathe and you're thinking, please don't puke in front of all these people, and all that stuff breaks down. Now we see who you really are. Do you push the other person down to move ahead, or do you help pick the person up next to you and say, come on, man, we can do this. Get up, let's go. Right? Are you a motivator? Are you a leader? We look for that emergent leader because at the end of the day, we put on a show, and I like to think it's the greatest show on the planet, but it takes a team that works with other teams of crew and staff and writers and producers to put all this on. You have to be, while it's an individual business to some degree, you have to be a team player and a leader to be able to take that to the next level, and that's one of the things we focus on a lot.